Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. Lance Brock here to talk some pro wrestling with you this morning. As I mentioned last night on Wrestling Fanatic, that today was originally supposed to be an off Thursday episode of GMWF, but had to work today, and so doing this episode now, going in a little later than normal, not at 9 like I usually do. But on today's episode of GMWF, gonna talk about the return of Ring of Honor television that will be taking place tonight on Honor Club. If you haven't subscribed to Honor Club, I recommend at least maybe checking it out for a month. See if you'll like it or not. Yeah. Ring of Honor shows, there are collections from the past Ring of Honor with AJ Styles, Tyler Black, Kevin Steen, Samoa Joe, the Briscoes. And as far as full shows go, they go back to 2013. And also I want to say 3 pay-per-views since Tony Khan has owned the promotion. And speaking of pay-per-views, the next one, WrestleMania weekend, Super Card of Honor. What I understand is, no, they're not going to be shown live on Honor Club. You're going to have to wait, I want to say maybe, is it 30 days? I could be wrong about that. So, I want to say it might be 30 days, but I don't know that for 100% sure though. And tonight is the return of Ring of Honor television. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't think I'm going to watch it right when it debuts. I might wait till after I watch Impact tonight, and then maybe check it out on Honor Club. And then on the next episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, do a recap of both Impact and Ring of Honor. I know it was taped last weekend, but I've talked about on the different podcasts before that I do not read spoilers. So I'm not aware of what happened. I want to say they taped for at least the next month, I'm sure, maybe even 2 months. I'm not quite sure when exactly, but I know they had tapings this weekend, but I think they also did some tapings of Dark as well. They're in Orlando, Florida at Universal Studios. And one of the questions I have going into this TV show, which I'm sure quite a bit of people probably do, is that the look of it. It's probably going to be a different look than we've seen from any era of Ring of Honor so far to this date. And hopefully they'll try to make it like kind of the old school Ring of Honor product, or at least I hope so anyway. I've already discussed the main event on the podcast recently for the ROH World Championship. Claudio Castagnoli defending against AR Fox, which just on paper when you look at that match definitely sounds like that will be a very good one. And I would say that's a good choice for the first TV show, Good TV main event to start off. And we have a match for the NJPW Television Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Blake Christian, which is another one that should be a very good match. I know Tony Khan has spoke recently about the new Ring of Honor. There may be some working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Would not be surprised at all. AEW has worked with New Japan, and of course the old Ring of Honor under the Sinclair Broadcasting banner worked with New Japan as well. So definitely not surprised to see that. And this should be another pretty good one. Mark Briscoe taking on Slim J. And good to see Mark Briscoe. He's been on AEW television recently, and it's good to see him on this new Ring of Honor show. The Ring of Honor television champion Samoa Joe will be in action, so I'm guessing this might be just like a squash match with Joe facing an enhancement talent. And Konosuke Takeshita taking on Josh Woods, who definitely has been impressive and was impressive in the previous Ring of Honor when he was known as Josh the Goods Woods in the Pure division. And in women's action, we have Lady Frost taking on Willow Nightingale, which Willow Nightingale, I mentioned that I am a fan of. Been very impressed by her. And Lady Frost, I'm sure most people remember from her run in Impact Wrestling not too long ago. That should be a pretty good match. And so far, I think this first show of the new Ring of Honor does sound pretty good. I have heard it being probably close to 2 hours. And I'm kind of surprised by that a little bit. I was kind of expecting that going into it, that it might be an hour. But what I have heard about the tapings, without reading or listening to any spoilers, is that they did tape quite a bit of matches at the tapings that are going to be on the TV. So I've heard people say that it does look like the show is probably going to be about 2 hours. And also we have Impact Wrestling on Access TV tonight, and New Japan Pro Wrestling right after that. Like I said, I'll probably watch Impact Wrestling first tonight, and then watch Ring of Honor after, and then on the next episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, I'll probably have a recap of both shows, Impact and Ring of Honor. So stay tuned for that. That's all for this Thursday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you for tuning in and listening right here on Spreaker or wherever you listen at. Like I just mentioned, stay tuned for new episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic coming at you. And I'll be right back here tomorrow morning for the Friday episode of GMWF. Hope everyone has a great Thursday today. Hope everyone enjoys Impact Wrestling and New Japan. Hope everyone enjoys the new Ring of Honor show tonight on Honor Cub. Hopefully it's a good one. But until next time, keep watching pro wrestling.